3.
That's what we're kind of expecting to see, though, in the early stages. Austin Kim was 4 shots better than that yesterday. It was a softer start. Thitikul now not enjoying that one. And an awkward chip ahead.
It's going to be interesting to see how she's going to manage the shot.
Interesting landing area there for Jeeno. It can draw the error, this par 3, because of the undulation and the narrow green. You don't want to miss it right, you don't want to miss it left.
It's definitely narrow green to work with. Also, especially for the par 3, it's definitely more threatening from the teeing ground.
Minjee Lee now.
She had the same miss as Jeeno.
Well, they're scratching their heads
Everywhere, doesn't she? Now Minjee Lee for her par save. We'll be right to left. We've seen them straighten up a little at the end.
I would call that as a pretty good putt. I know she's going to be disappointed to make a 4.
from Minjee Lee, but she went straight off to the practice ground, not giving any interviews.
Left to right for Jeeno.
I had a dinner with Mi-Hyung Lee yesterday, and the Mi-Hyung Lee played with Jeeno yesterday. And the Mi-Hyung said even after Jeeno had a bad chip shot, her putting's so good, she literally makes everything from everywhere. I think this is why we are able to see her name on the leaderboard pretty much every.
Players need to start finding a spark if they're going to reel Rio in. Drop shot there for Jeeno.
To be honest, when I looked at all the pin placements this morning, I didn't expect it this hole to play.
But really finding ways to enjoy it. I think that's the most important part. Enjoy the journey.
Yeah. You are so recognizable. You've got nearly 1 million followers on Instagram. That comes with quite a bit of responsibility.
It does. And it's you know, you don't expect it, but I do try to portray the most positive version of myself. It does feel like a full-time job at times. You know, I've got some help, so yeah, but it's really great. It's good to be able to showcase what I do and my life and share that with people who are interested and connect with everyone all over the world.
Well, sure. And you know, you've been playing good golf, and you know, when you look at your partner, you're going out with Alex Albon, who starts his F1 campaign next week in Melbourne. He likes to come and watch you play, and you know, he very much admires the work that you do, as you do with him.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, he gets to come out to a few of my tournaments every year, and I go out and watch him race at some races, and we both just enjoy like being with each other and supporting each other. And I think, you know, different sports, but we share a lot of similar like difficulties, and so it's really great to have that mutual understanding and support.
Great. Well, look, we wish you all the very best this year. Keep playing beautifully, and good luck in Blue Bay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, Muni, that was pressure, walking along the fairway with Muni Ha. And what an absolute delight she was. That was earlier in the week. She's had a decent start today as well. Made a birdie at 8. This would be for back-to-back birdies.
It'll be hard earned, but she's given it a run. She is an absolute delight. And an asset to Chinese golf as well. In the first 3 holes yesterday, then she did in the following 15 holes combined. So it's all about the club she's got in her handbag there now for par. Up to 5 with Jeeno.
One of the best ball striker. Ball started beautiful line. Ooh. Maybe she had to hit it like toward.
Minjee Lee will be watching this pretty closely. She's on a similar line, half the distance.
Nice try. It's going to be a tap-in for Jeeno. But there's 0 red numbers on the card for the world number 2. And for a player who makes birdie nearly 30% of the time, that is not what we're used to. It's... Soyeon, try to put into context just how good it is for the last 5 starts for Jeeno. She's had Lee Dean. They've only been together for 6 weeks, but gosh, he could pick a bag, can't he?
Yes, he's got quite a good eye. We'll see if Minjee's eye is in here. Just off the right at 5. It is. First birdie of the day. It's been a tough start for all three in this group. They are after that birdie, which is the first of... If you're not within 15 feet of this flag, Soyeon, no matter where you are, it's difficult.
It is. Actually, when I looked at it, it could be one of the most toughest pin position today out there. For Jeeno, even though she's at the rough, I think she's able to make a spin, especially with her high ball flight. Let's see if she could land it at the top of the ridge or not. She still wanted to use the ridge to come up, but roll back down.
With the trailing wind, you almost need to land it where that's ended. I think if you're in the rough, different story for Minjee.
She's from the fairway, so definitely can creating more spin than Jeeno.
I think pin high right is the place to be. It's a little valley. And a relatively straightforward putt up it.
Also, if you go right back, you have more room to work with. But if you're going straight at pin or a little left, you're going to have another ridge going down towards the back of the green.
Slightly on the upslope, another helping factor.
This is not going to be easy, though, for Minjee. The third shot. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult putt and an awkward chip.
When you're on an upslope, you definitely have more chance to miss left. So I'll pick the right direction of the wind. It's so tough to keep the green.
Got a wedge out for Minjee. Do you think she'll bump it in or kind of land it on the top?
I can see that she actually hinged quite a lot for the backswing. So for that, I think she goes for the spin shot.
I think that was a blend of both. Trying to get the spin so that it would bite into the ridge, just didn't do it.
Still hasn't settled. And it was a miss with the second shot. And you just can't afford to miss there.
No, there's no future left of the flag on 6 to date. To be fair, there's not much short or long either. Right's your only saving grace.
Well, this isn't also the most straightforward putt for Jeeno, who is arguably the best putter on tour right now.
That was misread, but good speed.
It's on a slight hanging lie as well. Now to the ball striking of Jeeno Thitikul on 7. Likes this hole.
It is a tough hole, but Jeeno has been playing really well.
Birdied it every day. Is that going to stay up? It is such a fine margin down that right-hand side. I think it will, just because it's past the slope enough.
But she made a right decision. I think best miss is
Playing aggressive golf, do you play aggressively to more conservative targets, as we see Minjee Lee here on 7?
I think you better to keep your plan A all the time, no matter what kind of situation you're in. That's the main key.
I don't think Minjee liked that one. That was a glancing blow, and that is the fate that we were talking about when we were watching Jeeno's ball stay up. That one doesn't. Day. Let's see what her short game is like from down here at 7.
Super difficult. No way. How did Minjee Lee pull off that shot? That was out of this world. What a 2.
Huh? Needs the green? No problem. I will make it from outside of the green.
How good.
Wow. Can't stay. I'm off for a chipping lesson with Minjee Lee.
Anyone in that family?
Such a difficult shot.
Yeah, she hinged a lot, creating a lot of spin, and she made it.
Huge, maybe just the boost she needs as well. It's been a topsy-turvy day. 3 bogeys, 2 birdies now. And that might be a big momentum shift as she walks towards the 8th, which she has fond memories on, with eagle in play as well today. Now Jeeno up the hill.
She was the only one who was able to do her second shot on the green. Most likely she will have a par. She has a par.
Hasn't had any birdies today. Things we didn't think that we would say about Jeeno Thitikul.
She says she's sorry.
That one's straight to the highlights reel.
Now Jeeno saw Cassie's ball, was able to stop it on the green. She definitely learned something from her.
I think if anything, they'll use the left side of this flag with that hill helping them out.
I think it's going to be so risky to use the hill, don't you think so? You never know how much bigger bounce you can get to hit the hill.
Fair point. Straight at it, baby.
This is what we talked about. Ball never really stopped it well. Looks like ball sitting down a little bit.
That's the bounce you were talking about, So-yeon. Bang on. Unpredictable. A little further left, isn't it?
It's so unpredictable.
Well, it just gives credit to the strike of Cassie Porter's as well, that it did sit down. Now Minjee Lee.
She hit it from the downslope, not like Cassie Porter. Oh, she expected her ball to run up because she hit it from the downslope, but ball just stopped it so quick. That was unlucky.
Two holes in a row from off the green, and 2 of them yesterday. What a performance from Minjee Lee.
I mean,
No need for the long putter.
she also couldn't believe it. Maybe this is why she hold the trophy already at this Blue Bay Country Club.
That's why she's a major champion and a 10-time winner on tour.
So awkward chip to here for Jeeno, and that's a little bit of a misstep. We saw the ball nestle down in a pretty horrible lie, but still to be that far for birdie and walk away with par is an opportunity missed.
That's also another thing, like when players know this is birdie opportunity hole, and then when you walk out with the par, you just have huge.
Certainly worth another look. And it went.
I love her reaction.
She's stolen Minwoo Lee's call sign there.
Completely, because there are distinct parts on each green. This hole, well, if you're on the right tier, is slightly flatter as we watch Jeeno Thitikul make her way to the 9th. But you've got to be deadly accurate with your 9th tee, Minjee.
All of a sudden now she's tied for 2nd.
Yeah, birdie eagle. Previous 2 holes certainly helps catapult her up the leaderboard.
And to hit a draw shot, she's a bit struggled to get the right line.
Up ahead, Minjee, short of the green.
Watch out, it's a wedge.
Needs to ride this ridge up and over now. She's human, Kate.
Exactly. You half expect her to hold it. The way she
Plus yards off her target line back there, up to the green. Jeeno Thitikul. Move a little right. All about pace, though. That's why. That's actually a good putt from where she was.
Jeeno hasn't made a birdie yet.
Amazing, isn't it?
Not like Jeeno.
No, perhaps just a little bit tired from the travel and playing at home. So on something, you know, her second of the 4 weeks in front of home fans, she said she was actually tired because she spent so long signing autographs after the round as well, you know, hours throughout the week.
Yeah, especially after she won in Saudi. You know, she won and then came home with the trophy, and then that one just make everything just tougher.
And there's an extra
Deal
weight
with it.
isn't there,
Exactly.
as well. You want to do well with the one opportunity they have to play in Thailand throughout the year.
Oh, good putt from Jeeno. You know, when she won in Saudi, I was fortunate enough to be there that week. It was freezing. It was rainy. People were wearing ski jackets on the Sunday. And they say it rains 3 days of the year in Saudi, and we were there for all 3 of those days. So different temperatures, different conditions.
This for Minjee. Well done.
That's a difficult thing about LPGA Tour. You know, one day you're gonna dealing with 10 Celsius, and then all of a sudden your
Players had it dialed in with her irons. Come back to that, jump to 10.
In a good spot here, Jeeno Thitikul. To start this right of the green, ride the wind off that side. If this takes that hill back down, it could be very, very good, and it's trying to.
Now, Jeeno is in a tie for 10th place, and she's come into this championship with 10 consecutive top 10s. So a strong back 9 will ensure that that record and that impressive run continues. It's been an impressive run. It's also been a lucrative run as well, hasn't it, Ali?
Yes, she's been a walking ATM, Kate, ever since the AIG Women's Open last year.
That's a lot of Thai baht. Well,
that's going to be a 4th coming next. Quickly to Minjee, in between clubs here. We'll be aiming at that bunker right.
it's been a popular spot. We've seen several players come up shy. But she just needs a wedge, leave the long putter in the bag, the way she's chipped her way around this golf course this week.
4 chip-ins in 2 days, and 3 of them for eagle.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing. 4 shots, 7 shots, the difference to her scorecard. There she is in the
Now
group.
gets the very most out of her game. Well, let's watch out. It's Minjee time with the wedge.
Just on the little flat, I reckon. Short of this green. It's pretty good.
Oh. Well, I don't think it was. I mean, I'm so used to her holding out.
You expect
Can't believe she's got the putter in her hand, frankly. Left hand low for Jeeno at 10. What a shot in. Oh, and an even better putt. Well, there certainly aren't many 3s at the 10th hole, but Jeeno now moves to 9. Tied for 9th, 4 under par. It's not going to be her tournament, but it's going to be another solid showing from the world number 2.
I think what I can do, you know, just try to have conversation with Caddy. Definitely not related to golf.
Try and get your head somewhere else. Jeeno started the back 9 nicely, though. Birdie at 10, here at 11.
She struck it well, but just a little long. Bad club?
Maybe in between. That is a birdie for Yamashita. So up to 4 under par. She goes.
Not bad, is it? A rookie and you're 14th in the...
Minjee lead.
a good shot from Minjee.
Jeeno for birdie. Good pace control. Minjee now birdie for 11. It's gonna turn to the right.
Not as much as she thought.
It was still a good try. I mean, I think for Cassie Porter, he still has, 7 more holes to go, but no matter her. Good second shot for Jeeno. She tried to use a backstop. Ooh. Seems like her reading is a little off today. It'll be safe to make a par.
Not a single birdie for Thitikul on the front 9. Made the turn 3 over par. Picked one up at 10. Pars since then. Steps. It's like someone putting one foot in front of the other. It's about a pace and a half at best.
I agree. It's more like, yeah, like I said, two and a half.
All right, back down at 12 with Minjee lead.
Her second shot was phenomenal.
In outright second place. This to creep a little bit closer to Rio Takeda.
Good putt and an excellent 3 on a difficult hole for Minjee Lee. Her last win was at the BMW Ladies Championship in 2023 on the Asian swing, so it's not going to be. We heard from Muni early on in the round. This now for what would be a lovely birdie to finish with for Muni.
Always nice to finish the round with the birdie for sure. Muni Ho shot 72 today and finished her round total 1 under par.
Few players.
It's just such a shocking angle, it has to be said. It's a long way off her line, off the tee. Coming across, even if it had hit the green, it would have hit the slope right of that flag and launched forward. Now Thitikul.
Into the wind.
Kind of like splitting the difference between the stairs and the flag, because there's more helping you on that side, so than left.
Heel towards the pin for sure. I'm actually a little surprised that she was not able to create a lot of spin with the into the wind.
Off the fairway too.
It's gonna be a tough putt.
It's a great drive from Minjee down 13.
Long drive.
Yeah.
Did you know Minjee able to hit 7-iron 147 meters?
Good hit, isn't it?
That's
A
long.
little over 160 yards with a 7-iron. Such a solid trajectory and consistent strike. That's what makes her so good with these irons and deadly with them.
Great shot again.
And it must have been great growing up alongside Minwoo, and they played an awful lot of golf together. Fantastic amateurs.
It's like Lexi as well. Lexi grew up playing with her brother. Yeah, true.
22 years old. From the Sunshine Coast.
Word number 2, Jeeno Thitikul.
Yeah. She's been on tour, So-yeon, since 2022, Jeeno, but has been winning golf tournaments since she was 14 years old.
What did I do when I was 14?
You probably won, so don't even try that.
You're in the same bracket as her.
Just, you know, as a young player, she just play very wisely, and then she does everything very well. It's really impressive to see her play for sure.
I've done so much hard work with her swing over the years. I remember she's been with Richie Smith pretty much forever, her coach. And as a youngster, she had quite a lot of lateral movement, you know, in her golf swing, and they've done brilliantly in kind of locking her down. Now she has one of the best shoulder turns, one of the best body loads in golf, male or female, and it's such a consistent move.
For sure, if somebody gonna ask me, like, if you're able to steal one player's golf swing, who would you be? And I will go for Minjee.
A big putt here as well to try and chip away at the lead for birdie. Down the hill, it will move significantly to the left.
Great putt from Minjee. And as Ali rightly says, pecking away at that lead. 4 shots the difference, but she is too clear and enjoying second place all by herself.
But if Takeda gonna know Minjee's 4-shot back, it could be the thrill.
Par 5 to come.
Minjee on the move.
Actually, I was gonna say threat, not thrill.
Both work. Look at this.
This is thrill.
Yeah. The body English got it done there.
Jeeno, this would be a lovely 3, but that grazing the left side of the hole. Came into this week with a scoring average of 67.71 since the end of August.
Unreal. Unreal.
Anything sub 70 is impressive, but 67. Having a good time out there, aren't they, her and Dan? And rightly so, living the dream. As we watch Jeeno hole out, stay at 4 under. Cassie said at the very beginning of the week when we bumped into her on the practice fairway, what are your hopes, what are your goals for this week? I just want to play with the best players. And, well, teeing it up with Jeeno and Minjee.
We're not probably seeing enough people use it. Went out of position off the tee, up to 14, Minjee lead. When she and Minwoo play that club, stays in the bag for Minjee. The driver comes out of the bag for Minwoo. He's not allowed his driver. That's how they even it out. And then that one seemed okay.
Yamashita now, Miyu, 18th hole. Par 5. Looking to get up and down, or could it be up and in? Not quite enough for the rookie. Second at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, and just outside of a medal at the Paris Olympics.
So it might be able to launch it down short of the green from now. Let's go to 18 and Yamashita just a foot away.
She's only 4'11" tall and won Q Series in 2024 to earn her card in 2025. She's won 30 Japan Tour, Yamashita. They need a lot of events because they've all won lots of tournaments, these Japanese players.
Thitikul now at 14. So what's that, 21 between Takeda and Yamashita alone in terms of wins?
So many.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Right side.
Well, nobody's in better than a wedge, with a wedge in their hands. Then Minjee this week, chipping in 4 times from off the green, but that was difficult for the Australian.
I think that skipped through on her. Maybe the bounce, just launching at a touch. We need to thread it.
Maybe better angle here for Jeeno Thitikul.
A little better than Minjee's.
Well, that's rare. You don't often see that from Thitikul. Currently tied for 4th.
Minjee lead for birdie.
To get to double digits. Going. Oh no.
How dare you?
Oh, that's painful on a Sunday.
I mean, Minjee has been made so many chip-in eagles and birdies, so that was just a little disappointed chip shot. It's purely because of what has been showing us.
High expectations. This from off the green for Jeeno. Would be a 4. It is a 4.
Even though there was a little disappointed chip shot, her putting was amazing. She made a birdie. She bounced back quickly after bogey on 13.
One more birdie and she might find herself walking away with yet another top 10.
12, and this is amazing shot to make another great birdie opportunity at 13 again.
Can't be tentative from down there. You're better off being past. Get it rolling through the fringe. Minjee Lee.
Eagle yesterday for Minjee. And will this roll down? Oh, that's going to be a difficult putt now for the Australian.
She landed a little long to use a slope. She had to land it like 2 yards shorter. I want to
Being away at it, trying for 3 in a row should she make the next. And fair play to her after what happened at 9 and 10.
14, 15 at Jeeno. She was gonna dunk it.
Nearly. Thought about it.
She'll do it for the American. Now, how about this putt for Minjee on 15?
There's lots to this. Off the right, the ridge now, and down it will go. And down it will go.
In it went. Eagle yesterday, birdie today for Minjee Lee, and look at that run from 7. 6 under from the 7th hole, and now Minjee moves into sole possession of 2nd place, 10 under par.
Now, just her chip shot, putting, everything's so great today.
It's a great call. She threw it way up and over the slope. Jeeno now doesn't catch an edge for a birdie at 15.
It's a little frustrated day for Jeeno.
Just running out of puff, perhaps, after a month on the road.
So you're new in the commentary box with us this week as we watch Minjee Lee, player you played with many times. Ooh. Well, she holed a difficult putt on the previous hole for a birdie, and that's going to test her short game skills right there. It was a great putt on the previous hole down the hill for Minjee Lee.
Maybe one more?
No way. It was so close. Right in the jaws for Minjee. Whew. Dazzling back 9, 3 under. And just keeps on giving herself so many chances.
Just Minjee, one of the best. I don't. Jeeno Thitikul for birdie.
It's a lovely roll on that putt. Let's jump to 17 over the palm tree for Minjee Lee. To a back pin today, Ali.
Get some help off the left. Yeah, look at that back on the frontier there.
Oh, Thitikul caught the bunker off the tee on 7. What? That is Jeeno Thitikul.
Oh, stay there.
What a shot.
Yes, give us a moment while we...
To say now she can start to worry about the English interview.
As we watch Minjee Lee with a difficult putt on 17. No way! It was nearly in for Minjee, who has putted beautifully today. That was a great attempt. Soyeon Yu has been in the commentary box with us this week, and Soyeon, that's interesting to hear you say that, because that's from South Korea, playing on the LPGA Tour, where you are.
Golf, she's so worried about English interview, and then she actually wanted to miss the putt to avoid it.
Thitikul not to beat from down on the low side after nearly holding it for a second. Minjee nearly hold it from mainland China. Third. It's all happening here at 17. So she's back to -6. It's a good 2-putt for Minjee Lee, who stays at -10.
It's a great 2-putt from Minjee Lee, where she was at the front of the green.
I think her draw in a little bit more. So that was a few moments ago. Same to this shot for Minjee Lee. This is a layup, saw them walking up just a second ago. And that's how it finished in position A1.
Yeah, I think Minjee was more thinking like me, I guess. Well, once again, you know, you have so many different ways to play the hole.
Really good look at the view ahead, and it is a good one to that left side of the green for Jeeno Thitikul, her third. Slope past it you can use if you choose.
Well, Jeeno could do with a birdie, and there's a good chance there. Currently outside the top 10. And if it was to be a top 10 finish, it would be the 11th consecutive top 10 in a row. Now that...
Difficult to judge pace-wise. Different to the rest of the course. Minjee Lee, her third.
All of them having a great birdie chances.
We talked about the finish being there for the taking. You can see it now.
Let's welcome 4-time LPGA winner, group ranking number 2 in the world.
The best putter in history for sure. The Open champion. This is Jeeno Thitikul for birdie putt. Jeeno need this to finish top 10 again.
There's been a lot of golf for Jeeno coming into this week. A win in Saudi Arabia, third and second last couple of weeks in Thailand and Singapore. 2 good rounds on Thursday and Saturday. A couple of not quite so good rounds by her lofty standards, but still, it's a strong showing from Jeeno. Just faltering down the stretch today.
Now she will have a lot of confidence heading into play in the state.
Absolutely, might do her very well when the re-rank time comes around too. Might have just played herself into some bigger events throughout the year.
Minjee Lee for birdie.
Well, an exquisite birdie from Minjee on what has been an excellent back 9. An eagle on 8, a couple of chip-ins, a round of 67 for the 10-time winner on tour, a former champion here in Blue Bay, and finishing in second place, 11 under par. Seven under for the last 12 holes.